They're coming to the Discorn Hall on April the 27th, and it is my pleasure now to welcome the founder member of The Real Thing, Chris Amoo. Good morning, Chris. How are you?
Thanks. Fine, thanks, Paul. Yeah, I'm great.
It's lovely to have you on the programme, it really is, because in actual fact, you and I probably started our careers round about the same time. You were formed in 1972, and it was around that time that I decided I was going to become a mobile disco DJ, and ended up working alongside you guys at the Slough Community Centre. Do you remember that?
Do you know something? I do remember. I don't remember the actual gig, but I remember the name, the Slough Community Centre. I really do, yeah, I remember that.
Well, it's not there anymore, unfortunately. It's been knocked down and replaced with, I don't know, houses or something such as that. But
normally.
It was exactly, and it was a thrill for me then, as it is a thrill for me now, Chris. Welcome to Park Radio. We started off, of course, with a couple of your biggest hits, Can't Get By Without You and You To Me Are Everything. We've got more to come. So you were formed in 1972, and you were responsible for it, I understand.
Yeah, well, I was very influenced by my brother Eddie, who was also in a group at the time. And basically, they'd proved to me that you could actually make a living out of doing what we do, you know. We didn't think of... That is what we sort of considered success then, when you could make a living out of it. We didn't dream of hit records and things like that. We just wanted to form a group like Eddie had, get on stage and be able to do it and earn our money, you know. And so that was the original. And then, obviously, we were influenced by a lot of the Black American bands that were around at the time. And we used to sing along with the records, and basically, that's how we started as a vocal group.
So how did you actually get these songs? Because they're such brilliant songs. Did you write them yourself?
We wrote Can You Feel the Force and one or two more. But the thing is we were by the time we got these songs, we were quite established. We were working with David Essex on his tours at the time, doing his vocals, and also doing our own show before he used to come on. We were working with Jeff Wayne, the producer of War of the Worlds, of course, and I used to do many of his jingles, like Cadbury's Dairy Milk, Ridley's Sperm and Cum, all those type of things, which was getting the voice known, and basically it was a great living, if you know what I mean. It kept us going as a group, until we finally did make it. So we before we got he came in with the songs because of our reputation as a soul group, and he was writing soulful records, you know, soulful songs.
I'm quoting here actually something that says they were the most successful black rock soul act in England during the 1970s. That's quite an accolade, isn't it, Chris?
It is. Yeah, it's something that we didn't even think about. But yeah, I mean, there were a few that had hits, but they weren't like them. You know, them three in particular were groundbreaking.
Oh, they certainly were, and they're memorable songs, and indeed have lasted the test of time as well, because people know them now as well as they knew those songs back in the 1970s, don't they?
Absolutely, yeah. We were very, very lucky, though, Paul, because they were hits again. Them three songs in particular were hits again in 86.
Indeed.
So it opened up a whole new audience as well for the next 10 years or so.
Yeah, there was also a film that was made as well, wasn't there?
Yes, 3
Everything,
years
the
ago.
Real Story, I think it was.
3 years ago. Everything, the Real Thing Story, which was amazing, a 90-minute documentary about the band, a really in-depth one, very, very intelligent one, and once again, it gained us a lot of new fans and really sort of pleased the ones who have been following us all this time.
Indeed. And I believe that featured in that was your friend David Essex, and we'll come back to him in just a second if we can, but also Billy Ocean, Five Stars, Denise Pearson, Kim Wilde. I interviewed her dad recently, Marty Wilde, would you believe, and Lee John from Imagination, who I'm interviewing in a week's time, I believe, as well, because, of course, he's had some newfound success with Bill Sharp from Shack Attack as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
How did you meet David Essex then?
Well, like I say, you know, we were sort of like gaining a reputation for ourselves at this point in time. And our manager, Tony Hoare, was probably the most respected person and publisher, especially for black music in the country. And so a lot of people, most people who were writing these type of songs, the first port of call was Tony Hoare. And obviously, Tony used to manage us, so we got first, you know, listen to the songs. But they actually brought the songs in because we'd done a record for a guy called Jerry Shorey, and it was a great song called Stone Cold Love Affair, which almost charted. And he recommended to Ken Gold to bring You To Me Or Everything in to let us have a listen to, which is what he did, and we signed, sealed, delivered it the same day and recorded it the week after.
And of course you appeared on Top of the Pops. Now, Top of the Pops is now long gone, isn't it? But what a great programme that was. You had your moment of fame there as well, didn't you?
It was unbelievable. I mean, the amount of times, I lost count of the amount of times we were actually on Top of the Pops over the years. They were always very, very good to the real thing. I mean, really helped us, you know. And if you got on Top of the Pops, you had a hit. If you didn't, you didn't.
Do you know, I was just about to actually suggest that was the case. So they were instrumental as well. You also appeared on Opportunity Knocks as well. Now, this was a bit of a surprise when I did some research. What were you doing on Opportunity Knocks?
Well, we were a young band that hadn't ventured out into the world. And that was like today's talent shows, exactly the same, you know. When you think of X Factor and all that, well, that was the X Factor of them days. And if you could win something like that, you could make it. Simple as that. Yeah,
and that certainly proved to be the case as well.
Got us our recording contracts, let's put it that way.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Now, I have to say that I kind of think that my career has kind of followed you through, right the way through, because we started around about the same time. I've been playing your records for most of my life in discos and on radio as well. And here we are kind of ending up, if you like, because I myself will be retiring on May the 2nd, actually, and hanging up my headphones. So this is kind of, it's a little heart-rending talking to you, Chris, I must say. How much longer do you think the real thing is going to carry on?
The real thing will carry on as long as I think I can sing, and Dave thinks we can sing. Once that goes, once the voice box goes, then you stop.
Yeah, it's funny because I said the same about my voice, actually, but my voice just won't give out by the sound of things. So, I'm kind of walking away with my head held high, if you like. Listen, you're going to be at the Discorn Hall very soon. In fact, it's April the 27th, isn't it? You'll be playing at the Discorn Hall. What can people expect of you then?
Well, we do all our hits, Paul, obviously. And we also, because of the film, Everything, that featured, it got a lot of the younger generation listening to real thing product that they weren't aware of. And a lot of the records that they started listening to were things like Raining Through My Sunshine and all them type of things, which were on the Greatest Hits album, which was put out to coincide with the film. And so we'll be doing a lot of them as well, and you find that they really, really enjoy them because they're songs that they are fans have heard, obviously, but they haven't, you know. And you can expect to dance and sing along to the hits. There are a few more thoughtful records, songs that we sing, like Children of the Ghetto, which is our favourite song. And there is one or two from our new album, A Brand New Day, and that we'll be doing as well. So you get a good mixed evening, but one thing you will get is an enjoyable one.
Well, Chris, I'm looking forward to meeting you guys. I shall certainly be there at the Discorn Hall on April the 27th. I wish you well. Hope you have a great gig. Good luck with your new album, and thanks for being on Part Radio.
Thank you, Paul, and it's been a pleasure.
Chris, thank you.
Okay, you take care.